Not long ago, the Malaysian government decided that it was going to fix one of the most frustrating problems in the construction industry. The fact that getting a permit could take up to 390 days. 13 months. The building was done, the workers were inside, and somewhere in the government office, a folder was waiting to be opened. To fix that, they set a new target, which was 90 days. And that target is actually real progress, but that target does not fix some things. So here is what it doesn't fix. Number one, it does not fix when a developer submits a form and it has a few inaccuracies and then they have to resubmit it all over again. Number two, it doesn't fix the fact that all of these documents from the same developer go to different agencies with different checklists, but none of them talk to each other. Number three, it does not fix all of those resubmitting cycles when there are few inaccuracies, and because of them, the developer has to resubmit everything all over again. Overall, everybody expects a clean first submission, but in reality, that is very, very far from the truth. The problem is not that the rules are too strict, actually. The problem is that nobody built a system that would check all of those submitted work, cross-reference it with what the city actually needs, and tells you precisely what you need to change before a human reviewer even needs to open your document. That gap between document submitted and document understood is where months gets wasted. So overall, three people are stuck in this cycle. The first one is the city administrator, who knows exactly what needs to be submitted, but lacks the proper enforcement and universal law that should be enforced across every submission that they receive. The second person that actually gets stuck in the cycle is the property developer, who thinks he got exactly what's required from him, has a lot of inaccuracies, maybe major, maybe minor, but all of those lead to him resubmitting all of this work. The third person that is affected by this is actually normal people, the public, the businesses who want to buy or rent small lots based on these buildings, and they have nowhere to check what's actually available, what's actually approved, and what's actually there for them to buy. So, thinking about all of this, we built a system that closes that gap. This is ONBOARD, a regulated onboarding engine where Z.AI's GLM reads every document that a building owner submits, verifies it against the criteria the city defines, catches contradictions across documents, and publishes the result as a live public listing, from blank form to a published building in one sitting. Let me show you how it works.
We start with this button, build a workflow. So there is like city, other city, and we want to add a new one. We add, for example, Kuala Lumpur, right? Create city. Then we enter it and create the workflow. Insertion. And we can use this, or we can draft a workflow using the AI. And here we just click the generate. And it makes us ready to use the version, where we can like click here and see what's going on the form and on settings, and or can add the new step. So after that, we can ask anything. See, then we can like save the version or publish. We publish it. Now we can use this city in our new submit a building. We click here and we select, for example, this or this. We can select this one, for example, and then enter like something like then we can like click start. Then we will have, based on the previous workflow, our own workflow, which can show us the steps. And then I added here, to make it easier to demonstrate, the button with view the demo data. You just click it and then submit to next step. And then it will ask you for the documents. You can select some other documents or use the preview. This will fill up with demo data, and we will just click use this. Then we go to next step, click this. Here too, these are uploads. And then click again, photo links here, then we click again. And now on this step, it checks the consistency. Is it confirming or not? You can change or return and change everything, but we can just acknowledge and send to the review. On review, it will look at the oral data and then it will give you gaps. You can go here and click edit, or you can click here and edit, for example, or instead you can just click here. Autofix is available, and so we can just press and click it. Now it's auto corrected, and after that we can just confirm and publish. Then we can go to view public listing and see that page. See, street, top, and different views, or you can see the apartment, for example, inner. Also, you can ask here, for example, show me inside. Welcome to inside, and then it will show the inside, or how many units are there, has total of this. And we can again return to the browse and see that we have live building.
But before we close, I want to make one thing clear. Because it's easy to watch a building go through all of that workflow and think, okay, this is a property tool. What we built is actually a regulated onboarding engine. And property is just how we chose to test it. The exact same platform with the exact same engine can be also used, for example, in HR perspective, where you can upload a degree certificate or a CV. The GLM reads them, verifies them against whatever criteria that the HR has set, and flags any contradictions that it finds without anybody in the HR department ever viewing your CV or your data or anything actually. And I think one of the most honest things that I can say about our platform that we built is what happens if you take the GLM out of the picture. When that happens, everything just stops. There is no template drafting, there is no document parsing actually. The compliance verification stops. Cross-document reconciliation also stops. The visitor assistant in the public page goes silent. The buttons still work, the forms still render, but they do nothing. Because the entire logic of this platform runs through the GLM. And you can think about it in many ways, but how we thought about it is that that's the point. We built an infrastructure where AI is not something you just bolt at the end, but actually the thing that the entire workflow is built around. Thank you very much for listening.